I've rowed across the Atlantic.
No one said the rowing was going to be easy, but I had no idea how hard it was going to be.
Raced across the Sahara.
Tell you what, England feels a long, long way away.
And survived for a year on a deserted island.
It really is spectacular, but I've lost my ability to appreciate it.
Pushing my boundaries has changed my life.
Now I'm on a mission to help 5 people change theirs.
I'm Ben Fogel, and this is Extreme Dreams.
Across the week, I'll lead my team of would-be explorers on the trip of their lives. They'll be pushed to their physical limits.
No breath at all. My heart's banging.
And emotions will run high.
I'm so sorry, I'm crying.
Not everyone will make it to the end, but for those that do, life will never be the same again. It's the final day of our week-long trek across the high Andes, the wild and desolate mountain range that forms the backbone of Peru in South America. Our goal is to reach the amazing lost city of the Incas, Choqquequirao. Already we've battled across 200 miles of the world's most treacherous terrain, taking a route so dangerous only 100 people have used it in the last century. We've trekked at high altitude, ridden horses along narrow mountain passes, crossed raging rivers, and survived out in the wilderness. Every member of my team has pushed themselves further than ever before.
All we've got is these steps. Don't worry, honestly.
Londoner Shelley has wrestled with her fear of heights all week long.
Oh my God, it's your fucking age.
Don't worry, I promise you I'm fine.
I'm so scared, and every day just it's getting worse and worse for me.
And she's missed her daughter Paris terribly.
I love you.
Oh my God, my daughter keeps asking when I'm coming home.
But she's dug deep and kept going. Call centre worker Francesca from Brighton has also refused to give in, even as we inched along a 4,000-metre high precipitous mountain pass.
If you sit, it will be worse. You can get really sick.
I'm all right. I keep coming over a bit dizzy.
She's saying to me she can't see the road in front of her.
Civil servant Mark has been the backbone of the team, supporting the others in their times of need.
We'll manage. We'll do it.
But his patience was tested to the limits when team member Mia went walkabout.
And how the hell would we have found you, to be quite honest? I'll sit there laughing.
Mia may have mastered the mountain, but she's struggled to bond with the rest of the group.
Well, because I don't think we gel. I think it's the opposite of gel. Grind.
Howard's health and fitness have dogged him throughout the trip.
This is a killer.
First, the market trader from Leeds suffered swollen knees, then an upset stomach, and finally he was struck down with a mystery fever.
This is an emergency situation now. It's getting kind of, the longer we leave it, the worse it becomes.
We were forced to call for an evacuation. But bad weather on the mountain meant the rescue helicopter couldn't find us.
It's missed us, that's it. It's going to run out of fuel. I have to go back to Cusco. We just got to hope it comes back now.
It's dawn on the final morning of our journey to find the lost city of the Incas. Thankfully, Howard's feeling a little better this morning, but he's still too weak to go any further.
I've got a good family, two good lads, a good wife, so I don't have to prove anything to them. This was purely, selfishly, for me to prove, and I've nearly succeeded. So I've done the best I can.
We've made the painful decision to carry on, leaving Howard with some of our Peruvian guides to wait for the helicopter to return. Now it's time to say our goodbyes.
Hi, Howard.
Good morning, Ben.
How are you?
Morning.
You're looking a little brighter today.
Brighter today, yes. Yeah, I haven't signed my death warrant yet.
Oh, well, you know, we've sadly got to go.
I know.
Because we've got to try and reach it by nightfall. So it's not the way we wanted to say goodbye, but hopefully we'll see you again in Cusco.
Oh, I hope so. Hope so. As long as you make it and the helicopter doesn't, then I'm banging.
Well, we're leaving you
with some capable porters and things.
I know.
Don't get up, don't get up. Are you sure?
I do, yeah.
Are you sure?
It's nice to stand up for a bit.
Okay. Well, listen, good
Take
luck.
care. Have a great
Good luck.
last day.
Yeah.
Suddenly, the people that I cared for in that trip were going. And I said bye-bye to them, and I missed them. Very, very emotional, that. Yeah, it was hard.
Bye, Howard.
It was really sad because I so wanted him to finish the trip. I really did. Howard's great, and you know he tried so hard, and he'd found it so hard, and he'd got so far, being so ill. I was really upset that he was leaving. It broke the team, and it was like I wanted everybody to finish together because we'd got really close.
Take care.
Bye, Howard, darling.
Enjoy it. Take it all in.
I will. I felt sorry for him because I got on with Howard. I thought it was funny. It's like we lost a part of our group. So, yeah, it was very sad and emotional.
Adios, amigos.
Ciao, compadre.
All right, go carefully. Watch how you go. All the best. My thoughts are with them, and I'll be with them in spirit. And I'll see them at the end of the trail. My team, the ones that we gelled with, my little family, were all going ahead. And that's what I didn't want to happen. I wanted to be there at the end. I wanted to complete this whole trip, and I'd suffered for so long, but now I knew that I couldn't do it. And it was a great, very, very upset that I couldn't do it. I'd let myself down. But you can't fight pain and you can't fight bad health.
As the rest of the team head off, Howard's left alone with his thoughts.
My dad was 47 when he died. My mother was 51. It's just no age. Had to do this for them. I don't know why. Never cried in my life, and this week all I've done is cry. It's like it's unbelievable.
We're climbing the final mountain that lies between us and our goal, the lost city of the Incas, Choqquequirao. It's a grueling 3,000-foot climb over 8 kilometers. We're all praying that the clouds clear, for Howard's helicopter and for us. Our guide Pepe is worried about the visibility and the distance we must cover before dark. He sets a relentless pace.
We're a bit behind schedule, so the pace is actually quite quick. So Pepe and Mia have gone that way, and I'm somewhere in the middle, and then the others are somewhere that way. So I was just taking a breather to catch my breath, I think. It is hard going.
What Mark doesn't realise is that a major crisis has developed behind him, which threatens to completely derail the final push to find the lost city of the Incas.
Oh, we have a big problem with Francesca. She hasn't eaten for days, and I'm not quite sure what's up, but I've always made sure I've been at the back of the group. It's always important to have Pepe at the front, me at the back to keep everyone in sight. And she's basically refusing to let me walk behind. She's demanded that she walks on her own, so I walked ahead a bit, and she's not moving.
Francesca suffers from a hyperactivity disorder, which she's normally able to keep in check. But the stress of the last few days have sent her into a spiral of anxiety.
I can't concentrate enough to walk continuously because I keep having to stop and look around and stuff. And now I find it a bit difficult to relate to anybody.
The word kind of that spread through the group that she was going, and we just couldn't believe it, you know, because she had struggled and suffered, but she'd done so amazingly well to get to this point.
It's the worst case scenario for the group. If Francesca refuses to go on, we all have to return to camp, and none of us will reach Choqquequirao.
Francesca was having a bad day that day. And halfway up this mountainside, she stopped, but she completely stopped. And she sat down and she said she wasn't going to move. I understand what she's going through because it was hard. But I was thinking, there's no other way for us to finish this trip unless you get up and you do it with us. And it was like, at that point, it was like no reasoning with her. I just thought, pick yourself up. Like, come on.
For Francesca, Extreme Dreams has been about confronting her temper and being happy in a team. But it hasn't been easy for her, and now, at the most crucial moment, she's threatening to walk back.
At that point, it was very close that she was going to walk back down the hill. And that was what she wanted to do, and that was all there is to it.
It's down to me to see if I can persuade her to carry on.
What's up?
I'm feeling alright.
Sure?
Just wanted to feel my life for a bit.
Yeah? And how are you feeling now?
I'm feeling alright. I was just really upset with Howard, and again, I was upset, so I just got angry about the whole thing.
Happier? No?
Just a bit stressed.
Yeah. Well, you haven't eaten for a long time.
I had a Twix this morning.
Did you? It's not really full of nutrition for a hike like this, though. But you want to continue? Yeah?
In a decision that was unimaginable a week ago, Francesca pulls herself together and gets back on her feet. It's a huge relief. Nobody wanted to lose a second member of the team so close to the end.
Francesca's on her way.
Good.
Good.
We've had a chat. We're going to try and get some biscuits and things into her. But she wants to stay at the back, and I've said that I'm going to walk, as she's agreed that I can stay within sight. I'll keep looking back so I can see her there. And we'll try and get to Choquicada. Well done. Come and join us. Come on. I've got some packaged orange biscuits here.
You're welcome.
They're really nice.
Biscuit?
No.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Visibility is down to almost zero. As we walk, we think we hear the helicopter in the distance, but can't help wondering whether in this fog it will ever find Howard.
You won't believe he's gone the other way.
The helicopter seems to have disappeared again. It's incredibly worrying, as we have no idea when or if it will come back.
It was here, but it wasn't here. The helicopter we thought appeared above the mountains. It had turned round, it was about a mile away. We had a red marker to show where we were. Disappeared out of sight, the noise went, and the facts are we're still stuck here on the mountain.
Howard is still desperately dehydrated. It's vital that he gets to hospital today.
It's now getting on to afternoon, where we should be already back at base, getting some attention from the doctor. So I'm a little bit unhappy about the whole situation at the moment.
Still to come on the last leg of our journey to Choquicada. Mark finds something nasty in the bushes.
Don't move.
And we take the last steps towards our destination.
They're all so excited. It's fantastic. Fantastic.
And of course, Mark, sometimes it is
But as
not.
we head higher and higher into the mountains, the trail becomes more and more impenetrable, and we have to use machetes to hack our way through.
Sometimes you got some nasty bugs under the leaves, such as what we call the giant ant called Isula. It stings really bad. 3 of them can put you in a coma. So you have to be careful where you swing it. Otherwise, you can get them all over you.
Up here, there's a surprise around every corner.
Don't move. You got a little creature on you. And you don't want to touch it with your hands, because I won't either. They look quite nice, don't they?
I'm guessing, though, that those hairs are probably not a good thing to come into contact with.
Absolutely not. They're very toxic. And they actually burn if you touch it. It's like, how can I compare it? Like after you have lit a match and touch it really hot. It wouldn't be nice to get one of these on your neck.
An hour later, we stumble across the first clue that we're finally getting close to Choqquequirao.
But can you see anything?
No, it looks a bit like just a little
It's all there.
wood.
It's completely overgrown, but Pepe has found us our first Inca ruin. This Inca home is centuries old.
Wow.
Imagine waking up to that every morning, though.
Awesome. With your coffee and your smoke.
It's fantastic. I mean, all the way here now, we haven't seen any of the kind of buildings, and this is real, you know, living. This is how they used to live.
As we get closer and closer to Choqquequirao, back down the mountain, the helicopter makes a third attempt to rescue Howard.
Eventually we heard the sound of the propellers, and we're looking and looking around the mountain, and we don't know which way it's coming, which way it's flown in from. Is it flying into the valley? And eventually I heard it getting louder and louder, and it appeared through the cloud, and I knew, that's it, we're going to be saved. And I knew it was only a matter of time before I would have collapsed. Another day, under those extreme conditions, the way I was, I'd have just passed out. And suddenly this helicopter was giving me a chance to live again. It was that serious. I knew that once I get in it, I'm going to be made better. And it was a great feeling of elation, happiness, and also constantly thinking about my friends that were still walking for 2 more days and what they must be going through.
Look at the cloud going.
As we round the final bend, there's a magical moment when the cloud clears and we get our first glimpse of the lost city.
That, guys, is Choqquequirao.
Already the city is working its magic. For the first time in the whole trip, Francesca happily takes the lead.
On to Choqquequirao. Yeah. The final push. Come on, guys, who's going first? Come on, Francesca. Come on, good girl. Can you believe that we've been hiking all this way and we've finally made it?
I can't believe it's actually there. I was never going to make it.
I didn't think we'd make it this far, I have to say. They're all so excited. It's fantastic. Fantastic.
It's taken us 9 grueling days to get here, trekking over the most extraordinary terrain Peru has to offer. We've had to cross rivers, ravines, and miles of wilderness.
The body can feel this already. We have another 1,000 meters to go.
We've had to battle extreme weather and the ravages of altitude sickness to scale the highest peaks in the region.
If my dad, God rest his soul, was alive today, he'd be very proud.
We've risen to every challenge this journey's thrown at us.
You can probably see the drop below is about 1,000 feet, probably.
And now we finally made it to Choqquequirao.
Wow, look at that.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
Huh?
And the sun's come out for us.
Oh, all I wanted.
Beautiful.
Oh
Wow, look
God.
at the buildings there.
Beautiful.
These mountains.
Sunshine's come out.
Oh, God,
Beautiful.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Amazing.
we
We've made it.
made it.
Oh my God.
It's the end of the line, guys. Well done. Let me give you a hug. Well
Thanks.
done. You did
Well done
so
to you and all.
Well done.
Well done, you.
Brilliant,
Fantastic.
everyone. Francesca, give you a hug. Well done.
It did look quite amazing. I'm really glad I got that far because that's something that I'll always remember. I would have done anything just to rewind time, just to see what that would have looked like.
You're very welcome.
Thank you,
Ciao.
Pepe. Thank you very much.
Oh, it was easily worth the journey. I think it's because so few people have come here. I think you always think of Machu Picchu as the big Inca ruin. And we're here alone. There's no one else here. It's just us.
It's amazing. It's the amazingest thing I've ever seen.
It was just so perfectly built, this kind of Inca ruin, and to have got there and to have struggled through everything that we had gone through, it was just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it was just, I don't know how to describe the feeling. It was one of complete excitement and elation, and just, can anything get any more spectacular?
Very privileged, yeah, very privileged to be one of the chosen ones. Yeah, I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm here. Just felt close to the gods up there and close to the Incas. It was a special place for them, and you know, it was a special place for me as well. Yeah, just awe-inspiring.
Just down there is the Condor. It's absolutely magnificent. It's got a wingspan of nearly 3 meters, and it's just floating on the thermals down below us. Incredible. I've never seen a condor before.
Shelley's overwhelmed.
It's so emotional and like this place is just amazing. It makes you feel like, I don't know.
$1 million.
Yeah, like you've just been given this whole new lease of life.
For the single mum, this has been an emotional journey. More than anything, Shelley wanted this trip to kickstart her life and give her the confidence boost she needs to help her achieve her ambitions.
Come to the other side of the world, to Peru, to push myself, and being on this trip has made me push myself. It's pushed myself to the limits. I've experienced stuff that I would never experience stuff, and I know back at home there's loads of things I've got to change. I realised that after the second day here, and the only person that can change it is me.
Self-confessed control freak Mark was desperate for a chance to let his hair down and live life to the full.
I have never really been a risk taker. This trip was a big thing for me to be able to do. I've really had to sit back and let somebody else have the reins, and that's just so totally unlike me.
On this trip, Mark has rolled with the punches, taken every day as it comes, and been a shoulder for everyone to cry on. Francesca's hyperactivity disorder has made it hard for her to work in a team, but in difficult and challenging conditions, she's made it to the end of this journey and made friends.
Lots of times I didn't think I was going to make it this far. I'm glad I have. It's really beautiful, really calming, which for me is quite a good thing. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Fiercely independent Mia has thrived in Peru. She's come into her own away from the routine and domestic grind of 3 children and home. Mia wanted to break down her mental barriers and remind herself what it is to be free.
I'm already kind of dreading getting back to the monotony of daily life. Because it's been the most sort of challenging, longest journey of my whole life, you know, a bit different to taking the kids to school, just 15 minutes down the road or whatever, you know. Just done nothing like this at all. People tend to sort of build brick walls for themselves to stop them doing things, you know, whereas I'm going to knock them brick walls down and feel I can do absolutely anything I want.
In true Inca tradition, the coca leaves come out once again, and Pepe helps us say thank you for getting us to the end of the journey.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With all our heart.
With all our heart.
And all our soul.
And all our soul.
Apu.
Apu.
Sexy.
Sexy.
I learned a lot about myself on that trip. I learned that I'm a stronger person. I learned that I'm not scared of heights anymore. I learned that if I put my mind to something, I can really do it. I won't give up on the first hurdle. Like before, in things I'd say, oh, I'm going to do that, but I never really did it. Like I was always one of those people that needed a push. But now, if I say I'm going to do something, I usually generally just get into it, because all I think about is You walked up a mountainside in Peru. You can do this.
Apu.
Apu.
Salcantay.
Salcantay.
I'm more confident. I don't really want to be sitting at home very often. I would like to be out doing things. I would like to be out challenging myself. I would like to be out trying new stuff. It made me appreciate that there are loads of different places in this world, and I mean, the people that we met in Peru have very, very little and live in really very harsh circumstances, and yet they live a completely fulfilling life.
Humasillo.
A massive achievement for me, because it was so hard and it was so difficult, but I think everybody had that. I didn't take my medication while I was there, and I was open about my disorder, which I'm not usually. I don't really tell anyone. And I got on with everybody, and I dealt with it, as well as kind of this physical and feeling terrible and feeling ill and being knackered and soaking wet as well. So that bundles together. I never thought I'd be able to do that. So yeah, I think if I could do that, I could pretty much do anything, can't I?
I found the whole experience empowering overall, I guess, because I just felt that I could have gone on further and higher and for longer. I felt, you know, very well suited to that kind of life. I didn't have to adjust, I didn't suffer, and I feel more invincible and that I could really do anything, and I think, you know, its effects will be long lasting.
Spirits.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'd like to thank all of you for being a fantastic team in getting here, and of course to Howard, not forgetting him. Yeah. For Howard.
Experiences like this really can change you. The team have not only overcome their own obstacles, but the weather, the climate, illness. And I can't help but think that lots of them are going to go back changed people. Of course, it's a bittersweet ending, because Howard never made it. But then I suppose that's what adventures are all about. You never know what's going to happen.
And I will try to fix you.
Cosmetic counting going on.
How are you?
How are you?
Come and sit
Nice
down.
to see you, darling. Congratulations.
Not see you.
Back from the dead. Congratulations. Well done, all of you. Look at this.
Next week on Extreme Dreams, I'm taking a new team of would-be explorers to Guyana in South America on a journey to the Caixa Falls, the highest sheer drop of water in the world.
We'll be trekking through the hot, tropical, dense rainforest and paddling down the anaconda, piranha-infested waters.
I've lost the boats!
The grueling journey will push us to our limits.
Stop being selfish. You're not being selfish. Be quiet then.
The odds are certainly against us. Let's hope we can make it.